you guys, here's a continuation of your guys' homework. Okay, 1 through 15 odd. So for here, you guys, n cannot be -3 because these are the denominators, you guys. And if you guys plug in -3 into there, it would be 0, which is really bad. So that's just no good. So LCD n plus 3. So we're going to multiply the whole thing, you guys, by n plus 3. So this one times this one, you guys, the n plus 3's cancel. So you guys just get a 1. This one times this one, you guys, the n plus 3's cancel. And we get the n squared plus 6n plus 5. And when we multiply this one times this one, you guys, well, there's nothing to cancel. So you guys have to multiply n plus 3 times n minus 3. So let's combine those like terms, you guys, to get n squared plus 6n plus 6. N squared, n times n squared, n times -3 is -3n. 3 times n is positive 3n. 3 times -3, you guys, minus 9. And these cancel. So we're just left with this. So let us subtract n squared to both sides, and notice, you guys, we get 6n plus 6 all is equal to -9. So actually the n to the second powers cancel, you guys. So it's all about getting variables on one side and constants on the other. Well, I only see one variable on the left hand side, which means it forces the constants to go to the right hand side. So we get -15 and then divide both sides by 6. N is going to equals to -15 over 6, you guys, and we can simplify by dividing top and bottom by 3 for -5 over 2. So that's the answer for number 11. 13. You guys must factor this. Factor out a k to get k plus 1. So k cannot be 0, and it can't be -1. LCD is k times k plus 1. So we're going to multiply this whole thing by k times k plus 1. This times this, you guys, the k's cancel, so we get k plus 1. We multiply this times this, you guys, so 5k times k plus 1. And then this one times this one, you guys, the k times k plus 1's cancel, so all we're left with is a positive 1. So k plus 1 equals 5k squared plus 5k plus 1, right? Distribute. Perfect. So we're gonna set this equals to 0 because, you guys, we have this. So I mean, since everything's on the right hand side, you guys, let's just move everything to the right hand side, right? 5k squared plus 4k, and that's 0. So we have a second power, a quadratic, which means to solve for this, you guys, we gotta factor. We can factor out a k from both. So 5k plus 4. And then we have two answers. K has to equal to 0, right? Or k will equals to subtract 4, you guys, and then divide by 5. -4/5. Now here's the interesting thing. Do you guys see how in the beginning we said k cannot be 0, but we found that k is equal to 0? This means this cannot be an answer because in the beginning we said k cannot be 0. So this is what we call an extraneous solution, you guys. It's a solution we get from the process, but it's not a solution to our problem. So that means the only answer we're going to submit is k equals -4/5. Last one, we can factor both of these, you guys, to be n squared times n minus 2. So we know n cannot be 0 and it cannot be 2. The LCD is n squared times n minus 2, which we're going to multiply to the entire thing. So this times this, you guys, the one n cancels, so there's still an n remaining. So it's 6n times n minus 2 this times this, you guys, this completely gets eliminated. So we have a -6 still remaining. And this times all of this, you guys, these all cancel, so we just have the top. N squared plus 5n minus 6. So let's distribute this to get 6n squared minus 12n minus 6 equals n squared minus 6. So let's move everything to the left-hand side. So subtract n squared from both sides, subtract 5n to both sides, and add 6 to both sides, right? All of these will cancel. This will cancel, so we get 5n squared minus 17n equals 0. I'm trying to process, is this fine? I want to look just to make sure. I got 17. Why did I get that? What am I missing? N squared. Yeah. Oh, sorry you guys. When I multiplied this to this, and n cancels, and it's not 6n. I think I looked at the wrong one. It should be 5n. So that's really 5n squared minus 10n, and then we're gonna get 4n squared minus 15n. There we go. Okay, so we got a quadratic, you guys, so we can factor out an n. So we get that. So we got two answers. N has to equal to 0, or n will equals to 50. Add the 15 over and divide by 4. So again, this, you guys, cannot be an answer because in the beginning we said n cannot be 0. So this is what we call an extraneous solution. So the only answer we're going to submit then is this one, n equals 15 over 4. Okay, so hopefully this helped you guys out. Good luck, you guys, okay? I don't know what I'm doing. Peace.